Really? Why did you start playing video games? What's good, y'all? I'm Jipper Will, and I use gaming as a medium to talk about intricate topics while having gaming v-roll footage in the background. Before I answer the question, I want to ask something simple but real. Why did you start playing video games? Let's go back in time for a second and look at how my relationship with gaming started when I was a kid, because I think that helps explain why you and I play video games in the first place. When I was younger, my early experiences with gaming were mostly passive. I would watch other people play at my friends' or family members' houses back in elementary school. At the time, I didn't even fully understand what gaming was. From my perspective, it was just another way, almost like an interactive version of watching my favorite TV shows at that time. Shows like Transformers Prime, SpongeBob, SquarePants, during early morning weekdays cartoons, and the best DC animated series ever, Justice League Unlimited on Saturday mornings. Debate me if you want. Those were the best cartoons ever on Sunday morning cartoons. Early 2000 kids know exactly what I'm talking about. Waking up early just to catch your favorite cartoons on cable television. Those were the good days. If I remember correctly, my first real experience actually playing video games came when I got my first mobile device. That's when everything changed for me. I started playing all kinds of classic mobile games like Minecraft Pocket Edition, Subway Surfers, Doodle Jump, Flappy Bird, Fruit Ninja, and all the Angry Birds games. At that time, I even remembered playing Transformers Age of Extinction, a movie tie-in game that got delisted only a few months after the release of Transformers Age of Extinction, the movie, along with a bunch of other movie collab games from that era. Back then, my gaming experience was very innocent. It was just something I did with friends, at lunch or at home after school. It was purely for fun, for competition, for laughter. But at some point, something shifted. I no longer started playing just for fun or to compete with my friends. Gaming slowly became something else for me, something deeper, something personal. For me, at least, it started becoming a coping mechanism when I was younger. After some really bad and traumatic things happened in my life, things I haven't fully healed from to this day at the age of 20 years, it became harder to just play for fun. Like before, it's not something easy for me to talk about. And I wouldn't wish those experiences on anyone. But the reality is, there are dark, sick, twisted things in this world that people unfortunately go through. And in a way, gaming became like a symbiote for me, similar to Spider-Man, because the symbiote isn't just protecting Spider-Man emotionally, it's changing how he processes emotions completely. It suppresses vulnerability. Normally, Peter Parker feels guilt, doubt, and responsibility, but with the symbiote, those emotions get dulled. He doesn't really sit with pain anymore, he just keeps moving. Trauma, escapism, boredom, fun. For me, gaming became an escape to avoid the bad things that occurred when I was a kid. But for you, it may be that you were having fun, or trauma, maybe boredom. At the end of the day, all of us started to play for different reasons and ended up staying. Why is that? Genuine question. Why are we here? Why did we stay? Before we move on, we need to define the 4 pillars that may have caused you to be introduced to this hobby. Trauma. What is it? Trauma is a deep emotional or psychological response to a distressing or painful experience. It can affect how a person thinks, feels, and reacts long after the event is over. Escapism. The tendency to avoid reality or difficult emotion by distracting oneself through activities like games, movies, social media, fantasy, or other forms of entertainment. Boredom, a mental state of feeling uninterested, unstimulated, or unengaged due to lack of activity, challenge, or meaning in what you are experiencing. Fun, a feeling of enjoyment, excitement, or pleasure gained from engaging in something entertaining, rewarding, or satisfying. I'm no longer in that situation anymore, so I game casually now. I play only to have fun. When I'm in the mood, I game, and when I'm not, I don't. Instead, I might watch a movie, talk with some friends, eat or read, but most importantly, I listen to how I feel when gaming so I know when to stop. I play video games because I want to, because life gets stressful when you're managing a job, school, home, relationship, and so many other responsibilities. So for me, gaming acts as an effective emotional regulator. And let's be real, gaming is intrinsically fun. Like any other hobby, everyone starts for a different reason, and sometimes people move on with the same mission in mind, to enjoy themselves in the moment they're in. And let's be real, gaming is intrinsically fun. Like any other hobby, everyone starts for a different reason, and sometimes people move on with the same mission in mind, to enjoy themselves in the moment they're in. That's why it's important to ask yourself a real question. What are the health benefits or drawbacks of your hobby? In my case, gaming helps by providing an immersive escape. It helps me enter a flow state, that moment where you're fully locked in, like when you're one step away from winning a battle royale because you're the second to last player alive, or when you have just crafted a new weapon in an RPG and everything clicks. In those moments, your mind detaches from daily pressure, and studies show this can even reduce stress markers like cortisol levels. The benefits of gaming can be broken down into 2 main areas: psychological and mental relaxation, and emotional regulation and psychological benefits. On the psychological and mental relaxation side, one key benefit is instant accomplishment. When real life goals feel overwhelming, gaming gives you smaller, achievable objectives that provide immediate satisfaction. Another benefit is that gaming can help boost happiness hormones. Rewarding gameplay can trigger dopamine, which improves mood and motivation. It can also improve emotional awareness, helping you recognize how you feel in different situations so you can better manage your emotional balance. On the emotional regulation and psychological side, gaming can also act as a structured outlet for stress. It gives your mind something focused to engage with, which can help reset your mental state after a long or stressful day. It's not just distraction, it can actually become a controlled space where you learn how you respond under pressure, how you handle wins and losses, and how you process frustration in real life. But like everything in life, balance is key. Life isn't always black and white. It's more like a rainbow or a color wheel. The best way to use games for stress relief is in moderation. Play games you genuinely enjoy and choose experiences that match your emotional needs. Sometimes that might be something calm like Animal Crossing or Stir Valley. Other times it might be something more intense depending on how you feel. At the same time, there are real pitfalls when gaming become excessive. Overuse. Like playing for extremely long periods can increase anxiety and isolate you from real world support system. And highly competitive games can sometimes raise stress instead of lowering it, especially when frustration takes over and you're constantly under pressure. So the real question isn't just do you play games, it's how do games fit into your life, and are they helping you or controlling you? Conclusion. Regardless of your reason for playing video games, I'm glad you're here in this space with me. I hope you're still having fun, because that's the whole point at the end of the day. And it's important to check in with yourself and ask that honestly. Because if you're not enjoying it anymore, then something might be off, and it could be time to rethink what you're spending your time on. Sometimes that means letting go of things we care about, whether it's habits, distractions, even things people close to us enjoy, so we can get back to what actually brings us meaning, peace, and enjoyment. Since we only have one life with a limited amount of time, we have to use it wisely.